Right now at noon, after a recent fatality, residents have safety concerns regarding the intersection between Galena and Baxter Springs.
And we've got ourselves a sunny and breezy day. Temperatures a little warmer, and they're going to continue to get warmer. Details in that forecast coming up.
Plus, Paw Prints on the Heartland celebrates 25 years of service to the community.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Well, Seneca police are trying to identify a man involved in an armed robbery over the weekend. This is KOAM News at noon. I'm Elise Snowy. Now, on Saturday night, a male entered Darla's liquor store on the state line. He brandished a firearm and demanded money. After taking the money, he assaulted the store clerk, hitting him. The suspect then fled. Attempts to locate him were not successful, and the clerk was treated at a local hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Seneca police are seeking assistance to ID the suspect. Anyone with information is encouraged to reach out to the police department. Now let's head over to Chris Warner for first weather.
Yeah, we've got a sunny and breezy day out there. Not too bad for us as we head into the afternoon hours. This is from this morning. Again, clear skies, and we're going to continue those clear skies. Now, thankfully, when it was very cold this morning, the winds were being kind to us. They were calm, so we didn't have any major wind chills to worry about, but those winds increasing a bit as we go through the rest of this afternoon. MoDOT camera from this morning also looking great. Plentiful sunshine out there. Just a cold but pretty start to the day. Yesterday started at 22, made it to 37. So we struggled a bit with our high yesterday, but our low not that far from where we should be. And that's going to be how we are looking today. Our low from this morning, not where we should be. We were very cold, but our highs today pretty close to where we should be. Our average, again, about 46. And you see we're going to be edging up, and then take a look at Wednesday where we could be getting close to 60. Now for the rest of this evening, we're going to have those clear skies. Winds are out of the west through most of today. Late this evening and overnight, they'll shift out of the southwest, and the temperatures gradually falling back through the mid-30s by 11 o'clock. And those southwest winds will actually could be a little gustier than what we're experiencing this afternoon. They could be reaching about 25 miles an hour. As I mentioned, it's going to continue to get warmer. In fact, we're going to go above average as we head in Tuesday and Wednesday. And then we do have some rain chances on the horizon. Details on all that in the full forecast. And that's coming up here in just a few more minutes. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. A Johnson County, Missouri couple charged with child sex crimes is now accused in their infant's death. Yvonne and Gregory Arnold are charged with second-degree murder and abuse of a child resulting in death in the 2009 death of their newborn. Law enforcement found a burial site with the body in a wooden box. In late 2024, the couple was charged with child sex crimes, and the alleged abuse cases of 2 kids could go back to nearly 2 decades. The United States Supreme Court will hear arguments concerning whether or not Oklahoma can be the nation's first publicly funded religious charter school. The decision comes despite a 7-1 vote that a taxpayer-funded religious charter school would violate the part of the First Amendment that prohibits governments from making any law respecting an establishment of religion. Opponents of the Oklahoma charter school called on the justices to uphold the state court ruling. The American Civil Liberties Union and other legal groups said in a statement, quote, "The law is clear. Charter schools are public schools and must be secular and open to all students," end quote. The group represents the school's opponents in a separate lawsuit. Justice Amy Coney Barrett is not taking part in the case, but did not explain why. A Sarcoxy man is dead following a fatal crash near a villa in Jasper County Saturday morning. The crash occurred near 116 Liberty Road at about 7:30 Saturday morning. A pickup traveling east struck a concrete culvert, and the driver of the vehicle, Mike Wilkerson, was not wearing a seatbelt, according to a preliminary crash report. No one else was in the vehicle. Wilkerson was pronounced deceased at the scene. A head-on crash near Baker Boulevard on West 52nd around noon yesterday as an SUV and Camaro had collided at highway speeds at the crest of a hill. All 3 people involved in the crash sought medical care, one suffering serious injuries. Missouri State Highway Patrol tells KOAM the crash occurred as the black SUV crossed the center line. They say the driver was distracted looking at the vehicle's dashboard maps navigation screen. Traffic was diverted along West 52nd for a little over an hour. And an intersection between Galena and Baxter Springs is raising concerns after a fatal crash earlier last week. Hundreds of community members are asking for officials to make a change before another life is lost. KOAM's Samantha Walker has the details.
A fatal crash at the intersection of Old 166, K26, and US 400 has Cherokee County residents questioning the safety of drivers at the intersection.
There have been a lot more accidents.
The intersection was formerly a four-way stop, but was reconfigured after the opening of US 166/400 expressway this past summer. Now it's a two-way stop where north and southbound traffic don't stop. In a statement to KOAM, the Kansas Department of Transportation says this change was made to streamline traffic flow. The department says they're reviewing the past 6 months of crash history to see if there's been a change in the number of crashes since the change was made. Now behind me is that intersection that has residents concerned. Community members have started a Change.org petition that's gained hundreds of signatures within just a few days. They're encouraging KDOT to make a change to this intersection, whether it be adding additional signage letting people know it's there, changing the speed limit, making it a four-way stop again, or even turning it into a roundabout. Anything, they say, to make it a little bit safer.
Something. There needs to be some sort of update so that people aren't losing their lives.
According to KDOT, they're aware of the community's concerns. In a statement, the department says that they're conducting a traffic study on the intersection and, quote, once the study is complete, all recommendations will be reviewed for feasibility prior to implementation. KDOT is collaborating with Cherokee County on this effort, and we value the input we have received from the community. For now, residents say it's up to them to try and stay safe when driving through.
It was a four-way stop for a long time, and I think a lot of local people are just so used to that. So just be aware, pay attention. That's it.
Reporting in Cherokee County, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
Now, when we last checked in, the petition for change at the intersection had gathered more than 520 signatures. And coming up, Carthage residents meet some new furry friends at Love Your Pet Day over the weekend. And later, we're making chocolate eclair cake in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. Paw Prints on the Heartland held its 25th anniversary celebration Sunday in Pittsburgh. The organization started out in an RV providing remote spay and neuter clinics all across southeast Kansas until they needed a permanent location. Now their operation has expanded to a cat adoption center as well, and they hope to get a van once again to return to their roots while still having their permanent location.
There's such a problem with animals not being fixed, and as you well know, anybody that lives around Pittsburgh, we've got cats and dogs everywhere. And I think to date, in the 25 years, there has been 93,000 spay and neuter in the last 25 years.
And one of Paw Prints' fundraisers this year includes a drawing for a trip to Branson. And the Carthage Humane Society offered low-cost services for the community as part of their Love Your Pet Day fundraiser. Love Your Pet Day is just one way for the Carthage Humane Society to share love with the community and their four-legged family members.
Today we're bundling it, so if you get a nail clip, you get their microchip, and we're giving them a little paw print of their animal that's a clay form. It's bundled for $30. So you're not going to find that anywhere else, and I think that's something that's very important, and peace of mind for them to be able to affordably do something.
Many of the dogs and cats in the Carthage Humane Society's care are sponsored for adoption, meaning adoption fees on some animals can be as low as $0. And Joplin residents got a chance to swap books Saturday at the Joplin Avenue Coffee Company. The event was a partnership between the coffee company and the Joplin Public Library. Now, the swap gives residents a chance to exchange books that they no longer want for ones that they do. Now, it also gives residents a chance to socialize and meet others who may share similar interests in certain genres.
It's really interesting to see what books people bring in, what everyone's reading. It's also great to just see the interaction with people that maybe didn't know each other before they came in here, and then they're just sharing and swapping books.
The next book swap is going to be at the Joplin Public Library on February 22nd. And Saturday was National Seed Swap Day, and Empire Market partnered with Shirt Glades and Ozark Gateway to host their own seed swap. Attendees were allowed to bring their own seeds and ask questions of the master naturalist on their plants. They were also showcasing the market's community gardens impact in Joplin.
A lot of people want to preserve certain species like heirlooms and stuff, and oftentimes if you get into saving your own seeds, you have a whole lot and you're like, I can't grow all these, so you can kind of exchange them with different people. Our goal with our native seeds is that we really want to encourage people to grow native plants, and so a lot of us have our own native plant gardens and figure, anything we can do to give people seeds for free will help them start their native garden.
Attendees didn't have to bring seeds in order to participate. And still to come on KOAM News at noon, Mr. Food.
Whether you dunk them, squish them, or crush them, graham crackers are part of our lives. And just wait until you see what else we can do with them.
And we've got ourselves an opportunity for much warmer weather, maybe even some rain, the latest when we come back. Welcome back to the KOAM News at noon. So again, a very cold start to the day, but temperatures improving for us as we head into the afternoon. In fact, we're pretty close to normal today, and we're going to start to go above normal. Again, a look from downtown Pittsburgh earlier this morning, looking fantastic. Skies are clear. That's how they will be today, tonight, and tomorrow. And really, aside from the temperature changes, that kind of sums up the forecast over the next 24 to 48 hours. Clear skies. As we go through the rest of this afternoon, again, our temperatures warming right at or maybe even a little above average for some of us. And we'll have those southwest winds overnight tonight and into tomorrow, and they'll be gusting upwards again of about 20 to 25 miles an hour. We are still chilly to start Tuesday, but remember, we started today in the teens. We're going to be starting tomorrow, upper 20s and low 30s. So yeah, it's still cold, but it's considerably better than when we started today. Winds continue out of the southwest. They'll ease up just a hair, gusting at about 20 miles an hour. But as you can see, skies remain clear. Now check out tomorrow's temperatures about 24 hours from now. Now we're into the upper 40s and even some low 50s. That's ahead of highs reaching about the mid 50s. So we're still looking pretty good out there. Now we go through the rest of our Tuesday and into Wednesday. We'll start to see a few clouds here and there. And by Wednesday, we're going partly to mostly cloudy. And then we'll start to see chances for rain, but not through most of Wednesday. Wednesday looks pretty decent other than some cloud cover. And take a look at the temperatures again by noon. Not that dissimilar from what we're expecting tomorrow, but a few more of those low 50-degree readings out there. And then by the afternoon, temperatures Wednesday afternoon, we're looking at highs upper 50s. Some of our southern counties could even reach the low 60s by Wednesday afternoon. And then overnight and into Thursday morning, here comes some of those rain showers. Initially pretty scattered, but they'll continue to push in across the area as we go through Thursday and even into our Friday. Now for the rest of today, again, mid upper 40s, plentiful sunshine, a little bit on the breezy side out there with those west winds 10 to 15, gusting upwards of 20. We head into tonight, we're back down to about 30. Remember, some of us a little cooler, some of us a little warmer, but on average about 30. Clear skies. It's going to be beautiful out there. And southwest winds 5 to 10 with those gusts occasionally upwards of 20 to 25 miles an hour. We go into our Tuesday. Warmer still. Sunny skies. Beautiful weather. Mid-50s for most of us, and those southwest winds 10 to 15, gusting to 20, so similar to today. The only difference is by tomorrow they're going to be out of the southwest instead of out of the west. We'll continue the warming trend into Wednesday. Now we're into the upper 50s. We'll have partly cloudy skies, or at least partly to mostly cloudy skies, maybe even some low 60s. By Wednesday night, the rain chances begin to roll in. Those rain chances will continue through Thursday and into Friday, so that brings us down a little, but still looking at highs at or just a hair above normal. Near normal Saturday. Sunday, we jump back up. So this weekend looks pretty darn good out there. And then as we head into next week, temperatures at or just a little above average. And we'll be back with some additional rain chances by next Tuesday and Wednesday. Elise?
All right, thanks, Chris. And don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Sky Watch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM Sky Watch weather app. And stick around, we're making chocolate eclair cake in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen. We'll be right back. Well, Howard is starting off the week with something sweet. He's sharing his recipe for chocolate eclair cake in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
If you're like most people, you've probably dunked them in milk, sandwiched a toasted marshmallow and chocolate bar between them, or crushed them up to make a buttery pie crust. Of course, I'm talking about graham crackers. And today, I want to share one of our top-rated recipes that'll take them to a whole new level. We start by combining a package of instant vanilla pudding with some milk. Once it starts to thicken up, we fold in a container of whipped topping. At this point, it's pretty hard not to grab a fingerful right from the bowl. Now we line the bottom of a 9x13 pan with some graham crackers and spoon half of the vanilla cream over them. More crackers go on top, followed by the rest of the cream and another layer of crackers. It's kind of like making lasagna. To finish it off, we'll spread the top with a can of chocolate frosting. Once it chills and the graham crackers sort of soften up, it's done. With each piece, you get the taste of a bakery-style eclair without all the work. To get your hands on this all-star favorite, all you have to do is go to our website and look for chocolate eclair cake. I promise you'll be glad you did. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a layer after layer way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Well, you can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just head on over to our website. Of course, that's KOAMnewsnow.com. Now here's a look at the 4-state market prices.
All right, so again, today, not bad. Temperatures around average. We'll go above average as we go through the next couple of days. Some rain building in Wednesday night through Thursday and Friday. A little cooler, close to normal Saturday, much warmer Sunday. And then temperatures bouncing back and forth a little, but staying nice with some additional rain chances next week.
All righty, and Dowdy up first later on.
A lot's coming up at 5. For starters, the solar industry has exploded over the past decade. And that includes putting panels on farmland to capture electricity. Maintaining the land beneath those panels can be a pricey proposition, but now there are workers doing it on the cheap. Yeah, we're going to take a look at how. Plus, a nonprofit organization in Ottawa County is looking to help combat an increase in sex trafficking in the area. And we'll take a look at the restoration of the last remaining slate roof in Webb City, Missouri, and the efforts to preserve that 135-year-old structure. Hope you join us for those stories. A lot more, of course, KOAM News at 5.
All right, thanks, Dow. And that's the news for now. Thank you for joining us on KOAM News at noon. We'll see you right back here at 5. Until then, have a great rest of your day.